Phil here with Homestead. Just wanted to give you a tip before I give you a progress report on the meat chickens this week. 8 weeks and processing day comes up really fast. Make sure you have all your friends and family lined up to give you a helping hand the day of. You want to make sure you have all your equipment. Make sure you have your killing cones, your scalder, your chicken plucker. Make sure you have your tables for butchering the birds up, buckets for discarding all the parts you don't want. Make sure you have your coolers to put the birds in and cool them down. Whether you use ice or just water, make sure you have that on hand. Make sure, last year it was a really hot day, so we used a pop-up tent to keep us in the shade. You just want to make sure you plan ahead. There's a lot of stuff that goes in it, and it can come up really fast if you're not really on top of the ball. And if you have any tips you want me to leave in next week's video, let me know in the comments below. If you want to help us out on our journey to be free, please like and subscribe. Okay guys, so it's been 2 weeks since my last video. The chickens are now 14 days old. As you can see, a lot's changed. The chickens are a lot bigger. We'll get to a weigh-in here at the end of the video. I've added 2 new feeders. As you can see, 1 trough feeder and 1 round feeder that's hanging. I added 1 waterer because this weekend it's supposed to be 100 degrees here in Oregon, and it's only June. This is unseasonably warm for us, but it is what it is. Gotta make sure the chickens have water at all times. The last change I made to the chickens' home this week was adding a fan. It automatically kicks on. I have this little device up here. I showed you it last week. It's called an Inkbird. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. It's called an Inkbird. And I set the temperature to 56 degrees, so if it gets colder than that, the heat will kick on. But if it gets, you can set a temperature differential. I set it to about 20 degrees, so at 81 degrees, the fan will kick on and automatically start cooling down the birds. It should be on right now, but I unplugged it so I could take this short little video. That way it wouldn't be noisy for you guys. And if you can see right here, that is a Freedom Ranger. I have 2 of them. The feed store that I got my chickens from gave me 2 Freedom Rangers, so we're going to be able to do a side-by-side comparison to see how those 2 birds compare against the Cornish Cross. So that would be actually kind of neat to do. I've never raised a Freedom Ranger. I've just done Cornish Cross, so that's going to be interesting. To give you guys an idea of how much these birds eat, over the first 2 weeks they ate 1 50-pound bag of medicated feed, and towards the end of that feed, last couple days, I started to mix in their new feed, which I get from my dad. It's a 15% protein pellet feed. You can see it there in the feeders, and I filled these things up, I don't know, about 30 minutes ago, and man, all these birds do is eat and eat and eat. Speaking of eating, let's see how much these little guys weigh. Right at about 1 pound. 1 pound, 2 ounces. Now let's see if I can catch those Freedom Rangers. First Freedom Ranger weighs just under 1 pound. Second Freedom Ranger weighs about 13 ounces. The average weight of the Cornish Cross is 17 ounces, and the average weight of the Freedom Ranger is 14 ounces. So the Cornish Cross are just outpacing the Freedom Rangers on growth. And the Cornish Cross are also up 12 ounces from their first weigh-in 2 weeks ago. Coming up soon will be week 3 in the series, and we will be moving the chickens out to pasture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. See you soon.